What's up, everybody? My name's Shan. So today we're going to be diving into an Azorius Inspiring Kraken deck. For so long, I've been trying to make this card work in standard decks, and for so long, I failed. But today we have accomplished that goal. We've found a viable deck, play Nadir Kraken, and one you can actually win with, you can feel good, and you get to play this card down, and not only does it feel good, it does work. So, Nadir Kraken, 3 mana for this 2/3. Whenever you draw a card, you may pay 1. If you do, put a +1/+1 counter on Nadir Kraken, and create a 1/1 blue tentacle creature token. Now, how are we using this to our advantage today? We are going to be using Inspiring Commander, one of the cards from the Arena beginner set. So if you've been playing, you know, they should have awarded you with some of these just for the free ski, which is really nice. Anyway, 6 mana, whenever another creature with power 2 or less enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 1 life and draw a card. So as you can already see off the bat, we have a little bit of, it's not necessarily infinite because mana does restrict you, but outside of mana, it's an infinite combo, right? You draw your first starter card for the turn, and then blah, 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 blah. And then Nadir procs, and you pay 1 and you create a 1/1, and because that 1/1 enters, and Inspiring gains you 1 life and draws you a card. Because you draw a card, you get to create another 1/1, and so it's back and forth with this ping pong tentacle creating card drawing action, right? Now, outside of this combo, we have a lovely Yorion deck to back us up. It is based in control, but it has a lot of fun aspects to it. So we are playing Kiora, Best of Sea God, because what better card to play with Yorion than the thing that creates an 8/8 and, you know, taps all your opponent's stuff and all that good stuff. We have ECD, of course, to help us bring back things such as Inspiring Commander and the Yorion, as there are still mill decks out and about, as well as discard decks. This is actually really good. Sometimes you can get down the Inspiring Commander for the low cost of the free ski off the back of the ECD, which is always nice. Down here in the bottom end, we have Giant Killer to deal with the mono green, the Gruul decks, to sort of get down big, stompy creatures that you don't want to be dealing with little 1/1 tentacles, am I right? 2 copies of Selfless Savior to help keep our Kraken as well as our Inspiring Commander alive. 1 copy of Soul God Lantern to help you deal with those graveyard decks, such as the, you know, the Mill Lotus deck, Revive, Rogues, whatever. What is it, Rakdos, Midranger, and all that kind of slew of stuff. Anyways, we have Charming Prince up next because it's really good with Yorion. It allows you to re-enter some of your other creatures such as Skyclave, which is nice, which can re-proc the Inspiring. It can gain you life and it can scry you cards. What's not to love about this 2-mana masterpiece? Next up, we have 3 copies of the Birth of Meletis, and you'll notice we're playing a lot of Yorion-friendly stuff. So, Birth of Meletis, we get to find planes, so it helps us hit our lands on curve, as well as creating a 0/4 wall, which can help proc the Inspiring Commander, and it gains us 2 life. So again, for 2 mana, what more could you realistically want? We are playing Medomai's Prophecy. If you want to feel a little bit safer, you can play Omen of the Sea, of course. It's a very similar effect, very similar card. It's just a little bit more secured in the fact that you immediately get the scry and the card draw. It's still 2 mana, and you can play it at instant speed. I like spicing it up every once in a while. I like going with the Medomai, so that's what we're going to be doing today. Of course, Omen is always available. Anyway, scry 2, choose a card name whenever you cast the spell with the chosen card name on the following turn. Then you get to draw 2 cards. And on the last step, you get to look at the top card of each player's library, sort of get a little of foresight into what's going to be coming to your opponent and you. Next up, we have 2 copies of Banishing Light to help remove pretty much anything from the opponent, any non-land permanent, right? Skyclave is an excellent card, especially alongside Yorion and Charming Prince, right? You play it down, exile something, you re-enter it, exile something else, and all the opponent gets back is a little 1/1, 2/2, 3/3, or 4/4. Of course, 4/4s aren't pleasant, but as you can just re-exile them with Skyclave, and then they don't get anything back, you're doing pretty good. Actually, I lied, sorry. You can't exile them with Skyclave because it needs to be a non-token. But you can deal with them with Banishing Light or just block them with your wall or whatever whatever you may have it. I think that's what I was trying to say. Anyways, of 1 mind, actually pretty good in this deck, as you do have the Charming Prince, you have the Inspiring Commander, so you have the humans, and of course, thanks to the Nadir Kraken, the Selfless Savior, you have the non-humans as well. So it's a good little cheap draw too for 1 mana, sorcery speed. Nadir Kraken, of course, we already talked about. Neutralize for some counter magic. And again, if you want to go more into the control and have more efficiency in winning, we'll say, take out the Medomai. You can add in some counter magic, and I think it would do swell in the deck. ECD, of course, allows us to deal with 3 CMC creatures or greater. It allows us to return stuff, as we mentioned. Yorion allows us to basically rebounce and reproc everything that we had previously talked about. Inspiring works with almost everything in the deck. And Maria's Call, the 4/4 Angels are nice. The Indestructible is nice. So if you got it, play it. If not, don't worry about it. And then, of course, we got Kiora because it works beautifully with Yorion. All that being said and out of the way, I'm super happy that we made the Kraken work and that this deck actually pops off. So happy for y'all to dive into the gameplay. Be sure watching all the way through, as sometimes the spiciest matches are there at the end, and I do that on purpose so that way the people that are watching on it all the way through, you know, get that reward of seeing the big old coup de grace or whatever however the hell you say it. So thanks everyone for watching. If you enjoyed, please be sure to hit that like button down below. Hit that comment if you have anything you want to say or anything you want to talk about with me. I'm more than open to discussion. Subscribe if you're new here and you want to help support the channel, or you just want updates about our newest and spiciest decks. Hit that bell icon after you subscribe so YouTube knows, hey, this person actually wants notifications and I should send them their way. Excuse me. If you're looking to follow us on Twitch, Dr. Spillikin is the name. It's not the new. I know we have a little name issues because of YouTube and Twitch and whatever. We'll get it resolved one of these days, but today's not that day. So just Dr. Spillikin if you want to find us on Twitch. There are links down in the description. I can't recommend enough to go check out the description. It's where the deck list is. It's where a ton of links and info and all that good stuff is. So be sure you're hopping down there and looking at that. Anyways, without further ado, we're going to hop into some Kraken action. Swamp Chomp. I like it. That sounds like a move, right? Swamp Chomp. No white mana. That's better. Alright, this is part of our combo, so as much as I want the ECD, sometimes you gotta do things that you don't want to do for this greater good. We can't play this yet, so I say we bottom it. Look for stuff that we can play, right? That's generally, I feel that works better for Magic. Hey, good old Nadir. Now, I could go for the Charming Prince Scry. I actually like that. I like that a lot. Because we're looking for blue mana. That's sort of what we're hurting on right now. Skyclave's not bad. It is removal. But we have Banishing Light. But at this point, I'm like bottoming some really good stuff. Maybe we keep the Skyclave. It is really strong. Hateful Eidolon. Yep. That makes sense. They're going to draw a little bit here. Could go for a Skyclave onto the Hateful. Yeah. We'll use Birth next turn to make sure that we have land drop for that turn. We really need to find some more blue mana, if I'm being honest. Deadweight. They only get a 1/1 back out of it though, so it's not that bad for us. Alright, it's a little worse. It's a little worse. Little bit worse. I think I actually just want to go for the Banishing Light. Not take the creature, take the demonic, because they can replay the demonic, right? Over and over and over again. We'll leave the creature, it's only 1 point of damage, and if I can at any point get some more blue mana, then we'll be rocking and rolling, right? And we're about to get a 0/4 wall down, so that's good. Good stuff. Lourdes, bad for us. Lourdes is very bad for us. Hey, Fabled, that is fantastic though, right? This does give us our Nadir. Oh dear, it's Nadir. I'll probably will pay the 1 come our next turn, because even if we draw a land, we won't have enough for Inspiring or Kiora, right? That would be, of course, if our Kraken could live. funny the way the world works. That's okay. ECD. Well, luckily come next turn we will be able to cast it thanks to the Birth. So we can get rid of their Lotus. That'll be good for us. Good stuff, good stuff. We're also only 1 mana away from the Inspiring and 2 mana away from Kiora, so that's some stuff to look forward to as well. They can't use their Dead Weights or their Mire's Grasp, so their Lotus just a little 3-2 right now. We can also return our Kraken from the graveyard with the ECD. That is an Inspiring Commander. So if I go this turn, I can play Commander next turn, right? Yeah. And then we can return Kraken. But it's going to have a counter, so it won't actually proc the Commander. But that's fine. It's fine. We're just trying to get to the combo. Goodbye, Lotus. Have fun. See you never. Now, unfortunately, that Lotus wasn't a sideboard Lotus, which means they definitely have more in main deck, right? Or they should. Murderous Rider to take out our wall. It's a little annoying. We are already down to 11 health, so health is something we should be a little concerned with. But if we can get down Inspiring, get down the Kraken, you know, we're off to the races. We can gain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 life potentially in one turn. We'll see. That's another Lotus, which means they would have removal for what's its face. All right. So how then do we deal with this? They can pull out a Mire's Grasp and then pull out something else to deal with the Inspiring, which I'm kind of not a fan of. We don't have enough for an Inspiring plus Giant Killer. I think I still have to go for the Inspiring. We'll just, you know, here's hoping. Here's hoping. It will cost them 4 mana if they want to use Mire's Grasp, so that's kind of nice. They're going to draw a card. If they don't use anything on the Inspiring Commander, I'll be super happy, but, you know. Actually, when it enters the battlefield, it won't have the +1/+1, so it should live, right? Should theoretically live. Alright, so we can block the little 1/1. Yeah, it's not the best thing in the world, but at least we're not taking 6 damage, we're only taking 5. So we're doing it. We're doing it. This is a human? Right, so if we return the Kraken, then I can use of 1 Mind. If I return the Skyclave, however, we can get rid of the Lotus. I like the Kraken. This is what we came to see. This is what we came to see. So we do have an ECD that can take away the Lotus. That's good. We also have an of 1 Mind to draw some cards next turn. We got Chum Blockers. We got of 1 Mind that we can draw cards with this turn. But I don't want to use it. Well, we're going to be able to use Nadir every turn. So yeah, let's go ahead and use it. Fills in perfectly. And no attacks. Alright, we're at 9 life. No Lotus. We've exiled 2 of them. They could potentially have 2 more. We do have the mana for Kiora Best of Sea God, though, so we're going to be getting down a big old Kraken alongside our, you know, little baby Kraken that is growing. I'd say it's in its, not infancy, it's like in its elementary years, right? Maybe in the 3rd, 4th grade kind of stuff right now. That's where our Kraken is. We're trying to build it up. A Yara, that's scary for us. We're going to need to deal with that. If I drew into a Yorion, I wouldn't be upset, per se. How much mana do we have? 4, 3, we have 7, so I could pay 1 here. You know what? I'm going to need to gain more life so that Kiora doesn't kill me, right? But if I go ahead and get down the Kiora Best of Sea God, can Kiora kill me in 1 turn? I doubt it. You know, I doubt it. So, let's do this. And ba-bam. How you feel about them apples? So we have a Kraken army. We got Tentacles coming up. We got the growing Kraken, and then we got the Daddy-O, right? Or the Mama? I don't know. It has hexproof on it, so maybe it is the mom. Maybe it's protected. Either which way, we're getting them. And we're getting to do the combo, which is the best thing of it all. Now, even if they remove the Inspiring Commander, we have Elspeth to bring it right back, right? So they don't want to remove it this turn, they want to remove it next turn, which means we have 1 turn, fully untapped mana to just gain like a mother trucker. I shouldn't say some phrases, they just don't sound good coming out of my mouth. Well, you got me there. You certainly got me there. So can I still pay 1 here? Yes? Yeah. Joke's on you, you fool. Oh, wait, you're a complete fool. So much better than I originally anticipated it would be. You know, because I was looking at it and I was like, this is going to be a good, fun combo. But now I'm like, oh, this is great fun combo. So I want to get down both the Selfless and... Oh, what's the matter? Swamp Chomp taking him down game 1 with Azorius Inspiring Kraken. Do y'all feel inspired? Predator. Predator? Right? It's not Predator, it's Predator. I mean, this seems fine, right? We have some early game removal. We got the Giant Killer in case they're playing Giants. Kraken. Well, that's part of the combo, so that's what we want to see. Now, unfortunately, we only have 2 castles outside of our Fabled, and we had a temple, so we don't necessarily have a very quick, so to speak, hand. Let's aim for the Skyclaves first. We probably will Giant Killer that Fearless, so we don't have to worry about it too much. We'll take a little bit of a thrashing here in the beginning. Or I could also just Skyclave it, right? Well, it depends on how fast they grow it. It looks like come next turn they'll have it, so that means we should use Giant Killer on the next turn. We'll take the 4 here. But we're not going to have enough mana, right, because we just have all these tap lands. Alright, well then let's go ahead and go for the Medomai. Another Giant Killer and a land. We're already going to have the Fabled go off. Giant Killer is going to take that one out. I don't think we need this. I think I'm down for that, though. So, no attacks. What are we going to be choosing as a card name? If we play Giant Killer on this turn, probably Skyclave, right? Either Skyclave or Nadir. And given we want to play responsibly, probably Skyclave. Then we can play Skyclave, take some from them, draw 2 cards off of that. That's all pretty good stuff there, right? Still take this damage, I think. Look out, it's Kazandu. So here we name Skyclave. Go for this. We'll play this on their turn and call it good. So we're going to be getting rid of 2 of their creatures here. Hopefully they'll leave my Minimized Prophecy alone. We do know that green has access to Gem Razor. Gem Razor on something like a Fearless would be scary. I think we would let it hit, even though it would destroy our Medomai. That way we can take out the Gem Razor and the Fearless with Giant Killer, right? I think that just makes more sense. I think we might actually grab... Ooh, they get a Skyclave for themselves. Alright, let's see what it grabs, though. Probably the Medomai, right? Indeed. Indeedly so. Take that little guy out. I think we actually want to use our Selfless to block here. We're getting a little low. A little bit low. We'll go ahead and grab a Plains here. Castle Ardenvale, that's really good. We could take out their Skyclave, get our 2/2 back, or take out their Kazandu, leave their Skyclave alone. Do we have anything worth bringing back, though? No, just the Selfless. So I can go Skyclave plus Giant Killer, or I can go Kraken. I think we go Skyclave, take Mammoth, play Giant Killer. interesting. It's definitely an interesting deck to navigate. I can say that much, because you're trying to play like serious control stuff like ECD, Skyclave, you know, this kind of stuff, while also playing janky stuff like Nadir. So you're like balancing it out. 3/3, that's fine. They shouldn't attack here. They should wait and just be confident in their ability to build, right? Of course, they might think, hey, let's trade Skyclaves. It's not a bad idea. Alrighty, here we can go ECD, take their Vivian. Now, if they do want to trade Skyclaves, we can bring ours back with the ECD, so that's not terrible. I would like to get the Kraken down so we have chum blockers available, if at all possible. 3/3 swings in. I think we let that happen. We'll go down to 6 life. Skyclave we would have to trade out with. Chain Web we can block with Giant Killer, so all would be swell there. They are going to trade Skyclaves with us and swing in with Chain Web. Alright, so we're going to take the 3. They get a 3/3, we get a 2/2. All is fun. Ooh, that's bad because that thing has trample. So we could go for the Kraken here plus the Birth, or we go Skyclave plus Birth. Either way, we're definitely playing the Birth down. Another Giant Killer. If I go Skyclave, I can take something else out that does give us a little bit more time, and I think that's what we need. We need time. So we take the Trampler, huh? No attacks. On our next turn, we'll be able to get back other Skyclave. We can take out, I guess, their Spider. Not the best thing in the world, but you know, we are diminishing their creature count slowly but surely. We can't take out the non-tokens, of course. We can take out their Scoot Swarm come next turn. That's good. That's good, that's good, that's good. Alright. Do they swing in here? Probably. We can start double blocking, I suppose. Right? Something like this. And we need to chum you. Take out Spider here. So they could get rid of both of our Giant Killers here if they wanted. What do they have for 2 mana? Nothing? They're going to leave us a Giant Killer. Well, looky there. Alright, so we get a 0/4. We get the Skyclave back to take out their Scoot Swarm. We're living, we're doing it. Somehow, some way, some fashion. We don't have enough for that. We do have enough for Giant Killer to tap something, though. So, swing in with Skyclave. Start dealing the damage back, and I guess on the next turn we'll start using the Kraken to build our tokens. If we can get Inspiring Commander down though, we're good, right? We've already seen that before where it allows us to just draw and heal pretty much as we need. So I think we still very much have a chance in this game. We managed to control them out for quite a while. We have the Vantress to scry, we have the Ardenvale to also create tokens. Felidar Retreat, pretty good for him, but I'm gonna remain confident in what I'm saying about us having this victory locked down. Let's go ahead and tap one of their creatures just because we have the extra mana, so why not? Pay. Gain 2 life. Get another little creature. Fabled means we'll be at a lower risk of drawing things that we don't want in the future. Swing in with you, swing in with you. Yeah, I'll go. So this will be 6 damage. We're taking them down to 12, and it's a much more close game now. Much closer game. Y'all know what I'm saying. Okay, it's not like I'm a professional commentator, and Lord knows if I was, I would certainly just be the funny one, not the analytical one. Scoot Swarm, they did it. They got it off on us. That's fine. So they're gonna create a 2/2? Add a token? Okay. Yeah. Now, from here on out, they'll probably add counters, as that's a rather large army. All right, so let's get our scry action on. Emiria's Call is really good. Does give us, you know, indestructible and whatnot. And the angels. Yeah, I mean, but the spider can just take them out. Whatever. It's hard for me to pass up something like, oh, no. Almost messed up on that one, huh? All right, so how much mana do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have enough to pay one here. Oh, come here. There we go. Grab some blue mana out. And ba-bam. Boom. We want to leave some back to defend, but we do have this one, this 1, 2, 3, 4. You get taken out by that. They have 5. Giant Killer stays back, maybe? We'll swing in like this. I just need to crack them a little bit. You know what I mean? This is 9 points of damage. We put them down to 3 life, which means they wouldn't be able to live through one angel attacking. But they do get to play down Spider. Spider kills one angel and blocks the other angel. Right? So they're going to block the 2-2 with the 3-3. I just want to take out one of their creatures here, maybe deal some damage. Alright, there's one creature. Although, if you're going to lose a creature, shouldn't you lose one to the buff thing? No, they're going to take the damage. They're going to go down to 5. Alright, cool. Cool. Here comes the chain web. Which means they only have... What, they have 7. So they have 2 mana left outside of that. They could have a land in hand, I suppose. Good game. Alright. No. Oh, I feel so BM. I'm sorry. Good game to you, Predator, whatever you want to be called. Less. Minos Corva. And this looks like a solid keep here. We got some Kraken action. We're not lacking Krakens. The Inspiring Commander we saw last game can be very, very brutal. And our opponent's playing cycling, so you know, everything's adding up for us to have a decent day. Now, am I going for the Charming Prince or am I going for the Birth? Let's go for the Birth so we can hit Skyclave and Inspiring and Ramp and... Not Ramp, but you know, hit our lands on curve, so to speak. Come on, Minos. You just gotta put this card up and hit the cycling button. There you go. Look at that. You do know how to do it. Hello. How are you? Now, in our next turn, we can go ahead and get down Skyclave, or we can go ahead and get down Nadir. Ooh, dearest Nadir. Should we go for the Kraken, though? So annoying, these little foxes. You never hope the opponent has them, much less early, right? It's just like that much of an annoyance from the, that much more, I should say. But hey, 2 Skyclaves, that works for me. That works for me, and that seals the deal. We're just gonna pretty much play clean up here, right? Get rid of the foxes. And we're exiling them too, so they're not going to graveyard. They're not building up for the flare. Of course, we'll block with the wall here. No biggie. No biggie. I like how they save the 1 mana like they're not going to cycle. Oh no, what could that 1 mana possibly be for? Well, I'll tell you what my mana's for. Mwahahaha. Get him. Now, we have Neutralize in hand, and that is probably a cycling player's worst enemy. So, our plan here now is to use Nadir, and then keep mana for Neutralize thereafter, which can be a little hard given we have the Inspiring Commander, and of course, I want to play Inspiring Commander. So we'll see We'll see if we can't sneak that in sometime thereafter. Go for blood, and they're going to start creating a whole lot of 1/1s. We need our Kraken down to combat that that token action, right? Banishing Light. Ooh, we could go ahead and get rid of Valiant. But at some point, I need to get Nadir down, am I right? Alright, Nadir will wait. It'll be alright. Cycle. There you go. I know you know how to do it. We are exiling a lot of their cards, so thankfully, again, not building up their, what's it called too much. So they do have all cycling in graveyard for right now. Alright, so if I can go Kraken on our next turn, then save mana for Neutralize thereafter, be good. I'm going to seize. Well, that's okay, because that thing doesn't really have trample. What we'll really be worried about now is them getting another footfall, right? Emeria's Call, that's good. That's more land for us. We don't need it as anything but that. Do I want to pay the 3? It would allow us to get a Charming Prince down. We could have Skyclave re-enter and take their Ominous Seas. Yeah, well, hell yeah. I think I talked myself into that one. Would be better if we had Inspiring down, obviously. We can gain life, you know, draw, all that kind of stuff. Thanks for coming out. Alrighty, and all they got back from it was a silly little 1/1. Ha! 8 cards in graveyard, all of them are cycling, so we'll have to be careful about the Zenith into the Zenith, right? But that's pretty telltale of what they're doing. Like, if they were to Zenith me here, then we'll be like, okay, I know what I need to save my mana for come next turn, right? So, bright side, we can start using Nadir here to create tokens, so that's good. Build it up a little bit. We're 1 mana off from Inspiring. They are going to flare us in the face. All right. So they've shown us their hand, so to speak. You swing in. You swing in. We got to start dealing damage right there at 27 life. At some point, we got to take them out. One more land for the Inspiring. Of course, they could have multiple flares, right? They could have 2 flares. Down comes Lourdes. Surely they don't try another flare knowing we have counter magic, right? Surely not. Hey, there's the extra mana for the Inspiring, but we can't play it, right? But I don't want to pay anything here because I can actually get this down, get another Kraken down. Oh no, I can't because it's neutralized. Right, so I should have paid there. That's okay. And I can't go for this because they definitely have another flare. Alright, so swing, swing, swing. Taking them down, taking them down. We need to get this commander down, but they definitely have... So they have Flare, Lourdes, and what's their other 2 cards? Maybe Cycling and Land? So Lourdes comes down. Stinger is what I'm most worried about, but they don't seem to be going for that line, which is good for us, but... they'll figure it out sooner or later that they can, yeah, just go Lourdes, get down Stinger, take us out that way. Sort of force our hand, so to speak. They're going for the Rescuer. That doesn't make any sense. We're at 7 life. Just get down the Stinger and cycle. Whatever. Who am I to tell them how to beat me? Back to my turn. Banishing Light. We can take out the Lourdes. That's good for us. In which case I can't pay any here. Lourdes. We need an out here. We need more land or something so we can get down Inspiring, start that little combo going, right? Continue to swing in. We got to continue dealing damage here. Eventually they're gonna hit another flare and they're gonna have enough mana to where they can just double flare us, right? Okay, so what is our course here? What is our plan of action? Maybe they don't have another flare. No, they definitely have another flare. That's crazy talk, Chance. They definitely have another flare. And they know you have the counter magic. That's why they're waiting. They have enough for casting 2 flares now as well, which is unfortunate for us. So we'll have to be careful. Well, not even careful. Lucky. They have 31 cards left. If they play 4 flares, they've seen 2 in the top 30, which means they're due for another one within the next 15. Right? I want to use it. I want to use it. I need more land. I need, let's see, we're at 6. I need 3 more land. That's a little bit of a yikes. We need 3 more land before they hit another flare. That just doesn't sound very likely. What is our other options? I don't really care about the healer. That isn't... Me seeing the healer is only good news for us, right? It's one less card they're cycling around. Sure. Pay 1. We can get down Charming Prince, gain some life. Do we need to gain any life, though? Because they're already so far ahead. Would it be better to use our Skyclave? Like, re-enter our Skyclave and have that take their Rescuer, maybe, so they don't build up an army? So we'll bounce this Skyclave so they only get a 1-1, right? If we bounce this one, they get a 2-2. This one, they get a 1-1. We're so close. I bet you that's what they're saying too. I'm so close. All right. Maybe some Graveyard Exile wouldn't be bad in this deck, actually. Yeah, if we could exile... Oh, okay. They got another one. It's GG, ladies and gentlemen. Damn. We tried. We tried, and that's what matters.